Hey, Brian Young here with ProfitSourcing.com. I just wanted to create this really quick video explaining the Amazon seller rank. I know that a couple of people have been asking questions about how to decipher and how to how to crack the sales rank code. So I just want to spend a couple minutes talking about that. I'm on Inventory Lab's Scout page. So if you're a member of Inventory Lab, you can go to inventorylab.com. You can click on the Scout tab right here to bring you here. And this is where I do a lot of research for my products after they've been sourced, or if I'm doing online arbitrage while I'm sourcing them. But anyways, I'm going to look at two books. It doesn't have to be books. It can be any two items from the same category. And we're just going to do a quick comparison side by side to see what the rank looks like. So the first book I'm going to scan here is called Crush It by Gary Vaynerchuk. Very good sales ranking book. Books have it's one of the biggest categories on Amazon, and to have a 10,000 rank is pretty phenomenal. But just out of curiosity, I'm going to click on this little camel down here. That's going to bring us to camel.com. You don't have to be an Inventory Lab subscriber to go. You can just go directly to camel.com and then enter in Crush It or the UPC or the ISBN number of your whatever product you want to do some research on. So down here we have price history. This is what Amazon has been pricing this book at since June 30th. I wonder if so it must be last year. Sometimes actually nope, not last year, the year before. So 2013. It just shows you how Amazon's been pricing it since then. And then this blue line is the third party new price right down here. But we're going to click over to sales rank. So currently the sales rank on this was 10,000. At one time it was as good as number 52 on Amazon, and the worst on January 7, 2015 was at 56,000. But let's zoom in closer than that. So I'm just clicked on this over here. We're going to go in 1 month. And so you can kind of see, it looks like each of these little spikes in sales rank, because it's low to high, some people think indicate a sale. So every time this book is sold, the sales rank will get a little better, because sales rank is not an indication of how things will sell in the future. Rather, it's just a number that represents how this book has been selling in the past, associated with all the other books in the book category. But anyway, so we see here all these little spikes, and so some people would say that that's an indication of a sale. So if we start like on May 4th right here, we could say, okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 3 or 4 sales per day. I mean, it could be more than that. Again, it's only, the data on here is only recorded every time that camel checks. And so if they don't check very often, if they only check 4 or 5 times a day, they might be missing some sales. But this is just going to give you a general idea of what a book like Crush It can do. I think it's probably selling more than 5 to 10 copies per day, but according to this, it's kind of right around that area, possibly. So let's look at another book that has a higher sales rank. This one has a rank of 1.1 million, which isn't bad. Actually, we source books in the 1+ million range all the time. Let's click on the camel icon here so we can bring up that information. So here's the pricing information. Amazon in green, third party in blue. But let's look at sales rank. I'm going to zoom in here. Okay, so now it looks like maybe 1 sale a day, because you see May 6th here all the way to May 10th. So that's 4 days. And we have 1, so maybe 1 sale every 4 days, or maybe there's one here on the 10th too, to keep it at 329,000 in rank. And so as you can see, the sales rank between these two books is different. It's about 1 million or more, and you can see why. Maybe now Camel gives us a little bit of insight into why that might be. It looks like the reason why Crush It has such a higher sales rank is because it's sold more over the last month than this book has, which is Conquering the Odds. So just a recommendation from me, just remember that sales rank is just one criteria that you should go by when sourcing books. Don't overanalyze it or overstress out about it. It's just one little piece of data that's going to help you to determine whether or not to buy the book. And really, when I'm looking at and considering purchasing a book to resell online, I'm thinking, okay, is the sales rank better than 5 million? And if it is, I quickly move on to the next question, which is, can I sell this book at its current condition for a profit? And if it meets that criteria, then and then my third thing is I just use common sense. If I'm looking at a book and I'm just like, this book just does not look like it's going to be relevant, even if the rank is better than 5 million, and even if the profit is there, then there have been instances in which I just say, you know what, I'm not going to sell it. But I'd recommend, especially if you're just starting out, sell all your books that meet those your basic criteria, because you will be surprised at some of the books that you're going to sell. Let me give you an example. We sold this book 2 days ago, The Best Tracks on Guam. It's a rank of 968,000. It sold literally after a couple weeks of hitting the fulfillment center. So it didn't have much time, and it sold. We sold this book for $144. I'm going to pull up the information here. It was in very good condition. We priced it at $144, and it sold within a couple weeks. Most often, I completely avoid the travel book hiking guide section of the library sale or the thrift store, but thankfully that wasn't the case in this situation, because this book obviously netted us a very nice profit. So just because your common sense might say, who's going to buy a hiking trail guide for Guam, this little island in the middle of nowhere? Well, somebody might. And because it's very niche-ish, because it's from a very specific topic, people might be looking for that specific book and may not be able to find it, so they might be willing to pay a premium for it. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you have any more questions, come check us out at profitsourcing.com. I'm always posting new articles there every day. Also, look us up on Facebook. We have 2 groups, Profit Sourcing Social, and then also Book Flipping if you're interested in selling books. Thanks again. Have a wonderful day.